Hello, Professor. Welcome to our video. My name is Monica Chun, and in this video, we're going to talk about the environmental problems we face in our neighborhoods. In my case, I live in Brisas del Golf, a neighborhood that has changed a lot in the past few years. One of the most urgent environmental problems in my area, for instance, is the air pollution caused by the car emissions. Well, this problem is mainly caused by the growing number of cars on the streets. Years ago, Via Domingo Diaz, where I live, was a narrow road, but now it has been expanded. Instead of solving the traffic problem, it has encouraged more cars to use the road. Many of these vehicles are old and emit a lot of smoke, especially the buses and the taxis. Well, the impact is serious. People living near this road, like me, are exposed to polluted air every day. It causes respiratory problems, headaches, and general discomfort. The environment suffers too, like the air smells bad, the skies are less clear, the green areas near to the road are covered with dust and soot. So now let's take a look at this line graph. It is taken from year 2015 to 2025. As we can see in this line graph, air pollution levels have increased gradually, especially after 2018, when road expansions were completed. There has been a steady rise in PM 2.5 particles, which are harmful to our health. But what is PM 2.5? Sounds like a very technical term, right? But it actually means something quite simple. PM stands for particulate matter, which is basically tiny dust or dirt in the air. The number 2.5 refers to the size of the particles. They're so small that we cannot see them, and they're about 30 times smaller than a single hair. Wow. These particles float around the air and come mostly from car smoke, buses, factories, and burning things. Because PM 2.5 is so small, it can go deep into our lungs when we breathe, and even enter to our blood. This is dangerous because it can cause coughing, asthma, and other breathing problems. Some people can even develop heart problems after being exposed to it for a long time. Children and older adults are the ones who suffer the most. That's why high levels of PM 2.5 are a big health problem, especially in cities with a lot of traffic light hours. In 2015, it was around 32. By 2020, it had already reached to 41. In 2025, it's expected to be 58. That's almost double. This means the air we breathe is getting dirtier year by year. For me, this is something real. I live here and I can feel how the air smells bad when there is too much traffic. People are getting sick more often with coughing and allergies. One solution could be to use better public transportation, like buses that don't release smoke. Also, planting more trees can help clean the air around us. So what are the possible solutions? Well, from my perspective, to solve this, the city needs better transportation. This is the first thing. It has to be clean transportation, safe and electric. Also, the old vehicles should be removed from the roads, and more trees should be planted along busy streets. And I want to conclude this video saying this. I believe small actions can lead to big change. If we all start using public transportation and walking more or planting trees, we can help to reduce air pollution and protect our future. Remember, this is our planet. So thank you so much for your attention, Professor, and bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Morena. I live in Villalucre, and just like Monica, I also face the negative effects of air pollution every day. We both use Domingo Diaz frequently, and this is one of the most congested roads in Panama City. The main cause is that the number of cars has grown quickly in the last 10 years. People use their cars for everything, because public transportation is not always reliable. On top of that, many of these cars are not well serviced and release harmful gases into the air. This line graph shows the number of registered vehicles using Via Domingo Diaz from 2015 to 2025. It clearly shows an increase in the number of vehicles during the last decade. In 2015, there were about 50,000 cars, but now in 2025, we can expect around 130,000. That's more than twice as much. That's why the road is always full. It's a no-brainer. The more cars rolling down the street, the more the smoke we breathe. Most of the vehicles are old and release black smoke into the air. This is not just bad for the planet, but for us, because high traffic makes us sick, and it also makes us waste time. We really need more eco-friendly transportation options that produce zero tailpipe emissions. If we don't do anything, this is just going to get worse. I believe we need a serious investment in public transportation, metro lines, electric buses, protected bike lanes. We also need to educate people in our communities about the importance of reducing car use and of having their vehicles serviced regularly. We can't fix everything right away, but we can speak up and support sustainable options, because this is not a problem for today only, but for the next generations to come. So, let's take action together.